Hey guys, welcome to another episode here on CrossFit Garage, where we are trying to help you build a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. I am Andy McCann, the owner of the gym, CrossFit Garage, and entrepreneur, maybe? I put a question mark in there, maybe? So I have several businesses that are still going and several businesses that aren't going. So it depends on if success is a factor, then If just doing it is a factor, then yes. Okay, so what I'm going to talk to you today about is what happens to you, or what can you expect if you do 10 plus years of CrossFit, or even just 1 year of CrossFit. But typically I'm trying to help people understand that it's not hard or complicated, simply come in. But very rarely do I go into like members who have been here or already here and they're working towards it, and what can they expect out of just showing up and doing actually what I have said. So let me set the backdrop. There is a workout, or there is in CrossFit, there is the Open. It is basically it's called the Open because it's open to everybody. So in February, we will do the CrossFit Open. It is currently usually 3 events over 3 weeks. So every Thursday they release the event, and usually on Friday we do something at the gym. Everyone comes together at night and does it together in a competition style. It's a lot of fun. But everyone across the world that does CrossFit is doing these events. Now, weirdly, CrossFit Affiliate Programming just happened to throw out today, not weirdly, I mean, I'm sure they programmed it on purpose, but for me, I didn't know it was coming because I don't really look all the time. I just like to show up and be surprised. And the workout actually was a repeat workout that has repeated several times in the Open. So the workout, they did this in 2011, 2012, 2018, and then we just repeated it for funsie on, December 2023. So I can't go back in time and see my score from, actually, maybe I could. From November, it was a 6th workout, and I don't know what I did back then. But in 2012, they had the CrossFit leaderboard up, so I can go back and actually look and see what I did. It looks like I did 108 reps of this workout, and I'll describe the workout in a second. The main point of if it isn't the workout, it's what CrossFit will do for you. So I got a cough really bad. Hold on. So one thing is Fran lung. That's a real thing, and that's kind of what we did today. It was a glorified Fran. But anyway, so I did this workout in 2018. And I did 96 reps. So then today when I walked into the gym, I didn't actually know I'd done this so many years ago, but I knew my 2018 score was in Wodify because we purchased Wodify back in 2013. So none of and actually that's when it started. So none of the results pre-2013 are recorded, at least in a way that I can get easily. Anyway, I walk into the gym and Coach Jamie says, I just did the exact same number exactly. I'm like, wait, did you look beforehand? And she said, no. I'm like, you should always look beforehand. She's like, I know. I just didn't want to check it. And so she could have done one more rep anywhere and beat herself from 5 years ago. And that happens a lot if we don't look. So we track this stuff so we can see. So the thing I want you to know is 1, track your results. Always put it in there because you'd like to see it later on. And then 2, go and look at it and see where you're at. And then 3, because I had my old result, and I actually remembered this workout. Now I realize why I remember it. I've done it 3 times. But I knew based on how I work out, what would be the best for me to do to get 97 reps. So the workout is, you're going to increase by sets of 3. You're going to do 3 thrusters. For guys, it's 100 pounds. Girls, it was 65 pounds. And then 3 chest to bar pull-ups. So it's a pull-up, but you hit your kind of like your collarbone or a little bit lower right on the bar. And they're weirdly, it's not that much harder, like further to go than a regular pull-up, but it is way harder to do. So you do 3 of those, 3 and 3, and then it's 6 and 6, 9 and 9, 12 and 12, 15, 15, and so forth. You keep going. You have a time limit of 7 minutes. So basically it's a sprint. Go to town. Typically when we do these workouts, 95 pounds is the weight. So this is a little bit heavier, so it's kind of awkward. But I love awkward and I love strange and unique, so that was right up my jam. If you have a normal guy's bar, it's 45 pounds, and then you take 2 25-pound plates and put them on the ends, that gives you 95 pounds. That's typically the weight, just because it's easy to make up. Anyway, I talked to Aaron, Tom, oh man, there was like 3 or 4 other guys, but at 50, I'm forgetting who they were. But anyway, I know I talked to Aaron and Tom for quite a while about the workout and what they did. and asked them like, hey, what got you? Was it thrusters? Was it your grip? Was it the pull-ups? Was it your lungs? So we had a good conversation, and they asked, are you throwing it down? I said, oh yeah, I'm throwing it down today. So I usually work out with my hoodie on because it's winter and I want to be super sweaty and, be more warmed up, and then stretch out a bunch. So today I took off the hoodie and tried to throw it down. I'm happy to say that I did do 97 reps. The strategy going into it, I did exactly what I want until I hit the round of, was it 15? Where my pull-ups went crazy because I just felt smashed and I couldn't catch my breath and I was running. I don't eat sugar or carbs, so I don't have much on that cycle of energy. Most of it is fat and just breathing, and then just a willingness to persist. So anyway, right at the end, Jamie yells out, it was Jamie. She yells out 30 seconds, and I'm walking over to the bar. I'm like, nuts. I've got 30 seconds to do 7 thrusters. So I took a deep breath, picked up the bar, and just started to do my 7 thrusters. I knew I needed 7 because that would put me over 1 rep over the number I wanted. And I felt really bad. I usually don't go in the nasty room anymore. And I recommend to everybody, do not go into the nasty room. But today was a day that I stepped into the nasty room, and I felt it at the end of it. But I got the 97 score, and I actually had like 15 seconds left over. So I could have done some more, but no thanks. And I hit the number, dropped the bar, and I just walked right out of the gym. I don't think I was going to throw up or anything. I just didn't feel right because, again, in 7 minutes, you're like, well, how can a 7-minute workout have any effect on you whatsoever? Man, I promise you, come to the gym, I will show you. So here is what you can expect. That plus more. If you simply come to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, listen to the coach, listen to your body, and then do something smart, like hire Coach Lara or follow the precepts of CrossFit, or log your food and show somebody in your nutrition. In year 1, it is a lot of learning. You're learning your body, you're learning the movements, you're learning how to just go through class, you're learning the other people in the gym, you're learning how to communicate. Can I high five them? Yeah, that is a gym where people high five. Can I take their bar while they're working out? No, do not take their bar while they're working out. Can I use chalk? Yeah, use chalk whenever you want. Can I chalk my face? No, do not chalk your face. Can I tape all of the pull-up bars? No, please do not do that. Can we tape one and keep that for me? Maybe. That could probably, that could be a yes. So you're learning a lot about yourself. You're learning about the methods inside the gym. You're learning, listen to these podcasts, read some material, maybe watch some videos. You're learning. Your body is also adjusting to everything you're doing. If you do nothing, your body adjusts to nothing. Your body only grows when it fights or feels that stimulus that it has to push against. So your body says, hey, my biceps need to be stronger because I'm using my biceps, and so therefore I'm going to do the things I need to do to make them stronger. Weirdly, when you have more muscle on your body, you're going to burn more energy throughout the day. So you become a much more eating machine. So your metabolism will go up. You'll burn more stuff. So you need to eat a bit more. So here's a weird thing that'll happen in this 10 to 15 years of doing CrossFit. If they said, hey, Andy, you are 5'8" and I don't know if age matters, but you're 5'8", your ideal weight is this. You will not be at your ideal weight. You'll be above that. Why? Because they're looking at fat or slothy or fluffy or whatever people going, I don't know, that should be your ideal weight, but we don't really count muscle into it because most Americans don't have much muscle because nobody's really lifting or doing the things they should do. So it's just like the blood draw that I did. They do a test for fasting glucose. The assumption is you are actually eating some sort of sugar and carbs and so forth. I don't eat any of that. So when they do the test on me, it comes all jacked up because they're like, well, it says you're pre-diabetic by this test. I'm like, yeah, but what would you tell me? Well, I would tell you to don't eat sugar or processed food or carbs and refined carbs. And I'm like, well, I already don't. They're like, okay, well then you're either going to die or this is wrong. Let's do another test. So of course the other test showed, yeah, you're totally fine. But yes, that's right. I did tell the doctor, thank you for saying I'm fine. Okay. So what can you expect? You can expect your weight to be a little bit more than the ideal because you will have muscle. You will also probably eat more than most people around you because you're not eating stupid stuff. So the stupid things are, really the lesson for nutrition is don't eat like an asshole, right? So if you see a pie out there, don't eat the whole damn pie. Really it would be don't eat any of the pie because that's sugar and refined carbohydrates. but I know most people aren't going to do that. I don't believe in cheat meals. Cheating gets you ahead. So if I was at a test and I was going to cheat, I'd pull out a piece of paper. I would, use that to give me an answer, and then I would do better on the test. When you're trying to eat correctly and you have a cheat meal, it doesn't actually push you forward. It pushes you backwards. So it shouldn't be called a cheat meal. Cheating on your diet would be, I ate an extra piece of steak. That would be cheating because that's going to fill you up and propel you forward. Doing a cheat meal is really just a dumbass meal. I'm eating something because I feel like a dumbass. Here is probably one of the biggest things I want to get across to people when it comes to nutrition. You are more than your tongue. Stop being a slave to your tongue. You don't have to listen to it. You can fight it. Yeah, I know it's really damn hard. But most of the things that you really care about, most of the things that you really want to hold on to, they're hard. If it was easy, you didn't really care about it anyway, right? So in a book I've been listening to, I love it. He's got a saying, I am more than my pain. My pain does not define me. I define me. My body listens to me. It's actually it's a fantasy book. So it's actually about a guy with a sword killing orcs, but it's still pretty funny that, oh my God, your little saying right there actually is very applicable to my life. So what can you expect? Let me back up and tell you this. So we've had Wodify since about May of 2013, and we have passed May of 2013. So I've got 10 years of data on myself, and I log in and log on my results pretty regularly or religiously or systematically or whatever. I went in there and looked at my profile in Wodify. Well, one, someone changed my name to Andrew. Stop it. It can only be 6 of you. Stop changing my name. It's Andy. It's because, stupid funny story. When I was in kindergarten, I couldn't spell Andrew, and weirdly, I'm dyslexic. I can't spell many things, but I can spell Andy. So there I am. 50 years later, I am Andy. Anyway, I went into Wodify and looked. I have got 1,738 logins. So basically, if you divide that by 10 years, that gives me 3.3 workouts a week. Which I know isn't exactly true because I go on vacation, so I really maybe should have divided this by 50 and not 52. But the point is still valid. In general terms, I come to the gym 3.3 times a week, so just a little bit more than 3, and I have incredible fitness, and you can too. But here's the crazy hard thing. You have to show up every day. Now, I did a podcast. This should come out after. It's called I Don't Need a Gym. Yeah, you really don't if you are dedicated. I know who I am. I'm the type of guy who needed to start a gym so that he would continue to go to the gym all the time. And I mean, I could probably go to someone else's gym. That'd be fine. But this didn't exist. In 2008, we were the only gym around in probably, in the tri-state area. So it was probably only like 30, 40 miles to get to the closest gym. It'd be downtown. When did we start? Maybe there was one in Smyrna, so it would have been maybe 30 miles away. Anyway, I am the type of guy that needs a gym. I have all of the leftover gear that we don't use anymore that was either semi-broken or just not good to have at the gym. I brought it home, and I could create my garage. It's a 3-car garage. I could refit it and make it a 3-car garage gym. That was kind of stupid. We could make it whatever. So the one of the bays is kind of small, so that's where the gym would go, I'm sure, because my wife would not want to park out in the rain. Anyway, my point is, by paying the cost, and you're like, whoa, Andy, you don't pay a cost. You own the gym. Okay, so let's be real. Like right now, so we put in the big ass fans, and we did a lot of electrical work. The fan cost $5,000. All the other work, the electrical installing and all that totaled up was about $10,000. I still have not paid myself back from the gym from that. So do I spend money? Yes. Will I pay myself back eventually? Sure. But I do spend money. My money comes in big ass chunks. Like I have committed to 5 years on the lease at the gym. I think it's 5 years. 5 years of the lease on the gym, which comes out to, it's $60,000 5 years. So it's $300,000 that I have committed to pay. So I put my name on things in a different way, but let's just assume that I'm paying $200 a month. As Alan Molinek said, and Jennifer said, and Natalie said, this is the best money I spend. If you are on prescription medication for one reason or another, we could talk about it. And granted, I am not a doctor, but I can help you Google research, chat GPT, or get you to a doctor to tell them what we'd like to do and see what you may or may not be able to come off of. Blood pressure medicine, all that. So, okay, let's speak on blood pressure. I go to the doctor. Doctor says, that's right. He said no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So he did my blood pressure and he said, well, dang, that's the best blood pressure I've seen all year. And it was like, I don't know, like October, November when I went in there. What is my blood pressure? I don't remember, but it was really good. You can also, oh man, that was a good coughing fit. So you do get Fran lung when you do Fran, and it's more like Fran throat. I'll have to describe that to you later. But anyway, beats per minute. Here's what I would say on that. You're going to move from something like 70 beats per minute down to 50 beats per minute. You are not going, so I know some long distance runners that they're like 30 beats a minute, and they say it is weird waiting for 2 seconds to get your heart to feel a lub dub. And yeah, we're not going to get down to that low, but I think that might be actually probably not so good for you. I don't know. But your system is going to be able to do its job better. The act of tearing down your body and building back up will also release things in your body. I don't know, stem cells, whatever it is that's going to help repair you, repair cells. And you will find that when you are broken, you repair faster. So I stepped in a hole a long time ago in a race, and the doctor said it would have been better had you broken it. It's such a bad sprain. And I came back for a checkup, and I continued to do CrossFit. I just kept my foot up, and I did almost everything seated, or I would try to roll my foot around. I don't know. I just did weird things to be creative to keep me moving. And just because my foot's all messed up and I can't put pressure on it doesn't mean my arms are broken. So I kept doing stuff. I went in for my, 3-month checkup, and he's like, well, dang, you're way far ahead of schedule. The same thing with Pete or Skylar or any of the people who've gone through hey, I've got a thing. And the doctor's like, wow, you're way ahead of schedule. Being healthy gives you a hedge against sickness. So my and yours, blood pressure numbers, your cardiovascular system, your beats per minute, your ability to fight infection, all that stuff is going to go up. I think there was actually, so on the negative side, there are some viruses that come around that actually prey on the more fit and you like attack too much. I forgot what that one was. It was maybe like the bubonic plague or something. It turned out that if you were like healthier or fitter, then it was actually harder on you. I don't know what it was. There was some, back in 2020, there was a lot of discussion about viruses, and I just remember that fact coming up. Anyway, so $200 a month. Actually, right now we're $175 a month. CrossFit just upped their affiliate fee on me by 450%. So yes, and the landlord too, but not by that much, but a lot. And so they keep bumping up our expenses, and of course, either I add members or I raise rates, right? So we're really pushing hard that 125 by 425. To add some members, not just because, it's the right thing to do. We should help people around us, but also it, helps with the bottom line when we can help more people. But, so let's assume you're paying $200 a month. Think about the stuff you're staying off of. So if you can reduce your dependencies on, diabetes medicine or insulin, I guess that's what it would be, or statins, or I don't know. I think once you go on those, you can't come off, or, I don't know, whatever. I don't take any medication, so I don't even know what people are on. So whatever it is that you're on, you could probably Google CrossFit and then enter the drug name, and there's probably a story out there of people getting off of things. So other thing you can do, in my small group and in my friend group, I'm 50, so all my friends are roughly 50. And there's a lot of us guys doing our 50-year visit to the doctor and them talking about, dang it, I'm pre-diabetic. You know what I wasn't? Pre-diabetic. Why? It's literally a no-brainer. I just simply show up to the gym 3.326 times a month. So, Danny, if you're listening, it's 3.326923. So just, if you want extra decimals, of course, those aren't significant digits. It would have to be 3.3 is the significant digit marker, if any of you guys are math nerds. But anyway, your journey through this process isn't complicated. Literally show up 3 or 4 times a week. Do what the coach says, listen to your body, and then hire Coach Laura for a month to understand what you should do for your nutrition. If you're too, I can't spend more money, well, then that's just dumb. It's your health. I am promising you will get something out of it. It'll be the best money you've ever spent because your life will be on a better track. But if you can't, and you're like, I just won't do it. I just can't. I cannot do it. Log your food for a month and then show it to somebody else. You're going to find out real quick. You eat like an asshole and you didn't know it. So, as an example, So Levi is working out. Sorry, Levi, this is an example for you. Levi is working out for hypertrophy. He wants to be a very large teenager. With my genetics, probably not an easy time, but he's doing pretty good. I think he's gained like 40 pounds this year, and most of it is muscle. Also, eating is tremendously tough. He eats a lot of stuff, sometimes not the best to get the calories in. And so we started talking, of course, in teenage years, you get some acne, and a lot of people can get a shot or can take a pill and maybe it goes away. My family has never been that lucky, but he said, hey, my acne is not great and I want to do something about it. I'm like, okay, well, do you eat sugar? And he's like, no, as he's popping in a gummy worm. I'm like, well, what do you think that is in your hand? He's like, damn it. I guess I am eating sugar. I'm not even thinking about it. And that's the real push right there is we eat things and don't think about what they really do inside of our body. Okay. So you're doing CrossFit. Typically the system goes, the first 5 classes are personal training and you're learning something about yourself, about the coach and about the gym. The next class, typically you're going to do with a coach inside a class and they're going to help you along. Totally cool. Hopefully you'll meet some people, the coach will introduce you, so forth. The next class, I'll admit, it's a little bit intimidating. You're like, I'm not really sure I know what I'm doing. But just know this, everybody was there, right? Okay, so fast forward, your first month is under your belt. You're like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I understand what's going on here. The first 3 months are under your belt. 90 days to build that habit. It's really not the 90 days. It's the repetition of the habit. So in that 90 days, you're probably going to have something like 40 to 50 workouts. And that's going to be building your habit. You're going to start understanding your body. You're going to want to go heavier in weight. Don't. Make sure you always ask the coach, hey, how does my range of motion and my form look before you add weight? The coach should be doing that anyway. Listen to the coach when they say, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't add weight because you're not going below parallel or whatever it is, right? So listen to them. Always work on form before weight and weight before speed. So after those 90 days, you're into maybe 6 months. You're starting to understand your body a lot. You're starting to realize there are some skill sets you would like to have. A year goes by. You're going to decide, I really would like to get pull-ups. Okay, pull-ups. Almost everybody says that. Pull-ups is a strength and weight thing. So we've got to adjust your weight in addition to getting you stronger. CrossFit will do that, but you can't you can't outwork out. You can't outwork out? That doesn't sound right. You can't fight a bad diet by sweat. You can't, there's a saying there that I can't get in my head. But anyway, you have got to adjust what you eat. If you're eating like an asshole, then yeah, it's going to be very tough. So I have a buddy, Cam, this is for you. He said, I don't want to change what I eat, but I'll take the fitness and in those results. And he's like, I'm actually still losing weight, but I'm still eating like anything I want. Over time, he will probably aim towards, okay, maybe I should eat a little bit less, right? But you have to start adjusting some of what you eat so you can see more of the results. Your abs are there. They're just hidden underneath fat. We got to move some of that fat around or off your body. And again, you are going to be heavier than ideal because you're building muscle. And if you look at go Google it, a pound of fat and a pound of muscle, they look, on the volume they take up is tremendously different. Okay, so you're a year into this. It could go a couple ways. Wodify says that the average lifespan of somebody in our gym is about a year. I don't think that's actually true because, well, maybe I guess it discounts or moves the number down lower because we do have a lot of people that have a hard time making it over the first month, and we're working hard to help you guys. But hey, sometimes I get it. Sometimes it's just not going to work. So there's a lot more people that churn through the 30 days than hit the 1 year mark. But anyway, so let's say it's 1 year. At the 1 year mark, that's the average death of somebody with CrossFit or a gym. Maybe they're moving. I don't really know, but it just in Wodify it says, hey, it's about 12 months. So what could have happened in that time? Here's what I see as 16 years in this business. When somebody says, hey, I've been doing this for a year and it doesn't really seem to be working for me, I can go back and look at their attendance. If a year has gone by and they've got about, 50 to 100 logins, then of course it's not going to work. You didn't put in the reps or the time. You should, let's see, there's 150 working days in the year. Is that right? Let me go pause you guys and check that. Oh yeah, of course that can't be right because there's 360. Take out 2 for the weekends, that's about 100. So it'd be like 260. I guess take out some holidays and, the time you got sick and then the baby shower you had to go to and whatever. So let's call it 200. If you're not putting in 200, actually, what would that give you? If you did, now I'm going to have to do some math. Oh, I know why I said it was 150. So if you came 3 times a week, that would be about 150. If you came 4 times a week, then, 4 times 50 is 200. So you should have something like 150 to 200 workouts. You should be able to get your first red shirt that says 100 workouts in your first year. Typically people, when we get to a year and they're like, I don't know if it's really working for me, I can look at the attendance and say, well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't work because you don't show up. And did our coaches call you? Did we email? Did we text you? Did we try to get you in? Yeah, I guess so. So what can I do to help motivate you? So we're trying to do this on the front side with something like a podcast, social media. Danny, Natalie, Coach Jamie, and myself, we reach out. I don't know why you got Coach Jamie and everyone else just got their name, but whatever. So Coach Us, we reach out to you guys because our goal isn't to have 1,000 members that never show up. Our goal is to have like 125, 150 members that come a lot because we want you to be healthy and fit. And that's the only way to do it. So it is possible to come 3 to 4 times a week, listen to your body, listen to your coach, eat smart, and have huge fitness. Okay. So the people who are like, man, this stuff is killing it. I'm really liking this. Then I can look at your attendance. So let's take this back. Joe just got, well, not just, a little bit ago, got on the wall, his weight, well, it's a piece of metal. It's supposed to look like a plate, but I don't know. I think it does. Anyway, it says Joe Smith, 2,000 workouts. So sometimes people are like, hey, Joe and Sharon are just genetically predisposed to awesomeness. Well, one, that may be true. They are incredible, but I think it's more their internal dialogue. They are dedicated to, their health and fitness. Actually, let me pull that up and just look real quick to see how many they have. Obviously, Joe's got more than 2,000. Okay, so Joe has 2,136, and Sharon has 1,851. That's more than me, the owner. We've been logging. She started the gym slightly after we got Wodify, so I have a head start, and she's beating me. The consistency to health and fitness is amazing, right? I'm sure if you ask them, hey, what do you eat? They probably eat relatively smart, but they understand what works, and that's show up and do. Now, I will say this too. Like today, in that workout, Joe and Sharon are like, let's do it. And Joe in the middle of it or somewhere in there, he looks at me and he's like, I'm not feeling it today. So smart guy listens to his body. He still had one heck of a score. He said, yeah, I toned it down a little bit. And if you go look at his score, you're going to be like, dang, for him toning it down, still crushed it. And then Sharon, this is again, awesome about CrossFit and fun in the competitive side. So you'll get this as you move along. So she's like, oh man, I was trying to keep up with you and we were moving back and forth and I could see you and I was facing the wrong direction. So I couldn't really see what she was doing. But we were neck and neck, and my pull-ups are a little bit faster, but she was quicker on the thrusters, she said. And so we both got to I got to the thrusters first, and I threw the bar down, and then she kept going to the very end, the last seconds. I ended with like 15 seconds to spare. I was just really tired, so I was like, I did the 1 rep extra, so I'm done. And she ended up scoring the exact same score as before, which is a huge success, which was 10 thrusters, rather than my 7 thrusters. So she beat me by 3 reps. And she said, in fun, that is awesome. We fought and I won. I'm like, yes, congratulations to you. So that's a cool part about CrossFit that you will get into is, hey, we can compete. And yes, I'm a boy and she's a girl and she can still crush me. And I am super excited about that. I think it is spectacular that she is throwing it down and winning. I don't know how old they are, but I'm 50 and they're probably like in their 35s. Actually, I don't know. I could probably look that up, but they're not 35. They've got Jake is 25, so they can't be 35. But they are crushing it, and it comes down to consistent dedication to the one main factor, which is show up, and they show up. I show up. It's my gym. Now, I recognize that, hey, sometimes life throws you a curveball and you can't actually do all the things you want to do. And, well, I'll do the best I can. So when Evie was at soccer practice, I said, okay, Tuesday and Thursday, I take her to soccer practice. I'm there for an hour and a half. I might as well work out while I'm there. So I became an hour and a half like run day or bike day or whatever. And that's just what I had. And that's totally fine. Also, I like doing these adventure races. So, yeah, whatever. Okay, so when you're into it, you decide, you know what? I am going to knuckle down and try to go just 1 more day a week. That is going to be awesome. Now, listen to your body. Should you go 7 days a week? No. Should you go 6 days a week? No. If you did something like 6 days a week, I would tell you to like alternate. So 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, which makes it really tough, especially if you have a family or a spouse that wants consistency in their life. We started CrossFit doing that, and actually they still promote that. It's just really hard to have an 8-day week because it's a 7-day week. It just doesn't work. Nobody wants to bend or yield to that science. So if I could set it up correctly, which I can't, it's been 16 years. I still can't do this. Maybe when all my kids have graduated and they're out of the house, what I would do is this. I would come work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then work out Friday, Saturday, and take Sunday off. That way I would have a good mixture of my breaks. So right now I usually take the entire weekend off. So I get my rest days are back to back, which isn't actually the best, but it doesn't matter because 3.3, Danny, say it with me. Come on, there it is. Oh, I've already moved it. It was 3.329161, right? I don't know what it was. It's probably 3.14. We'll just call it pi. I have pi in my the number of times I come in. Anyway, show up. Okay, so you're into it 1 year. That second year, you're going to start looking at things. You're going to see some repeat workouts. You're going to be like, hey, look at this. I'm actually doing better. I can do heavier. Actually, here's a weird one. Sometimes in the early on stages, you cheat the reps or the amounts and you're unsure or whatever, and you log it and you're like, I'm not really sure. And then you log a really big number or a really like high amount of reps or a really fast time, which may not actually be right. Maybe you weren't really doing the range of motion. And then you come back and do the workout with a better mindset and a better understanding of, okay, when the bar goes all the way up, I got to stand all the way tall as well, not just come straight down. And you actually maybe go slower. And you're like, what happened? Well, you're actually following the rules. And these rules are, sometimes they're just like, we need some sort of rule to count it. Most of the time, though, it's about having a proper range of motion to get everything out of the movement you can. So when you short end your squat, so instead of going all the way down hips below knees or, below that parallel marking, when you short end it, you are decreasing the impact the movement has. So, I don't know why even do it really. I guess do it because why not? It's better to do something than nothing. But if you're there, do it the right way. Okay, so you've done a year. Your metrics and your health and your fitness or whatever are going in the correct direction. You're starting to think about to yourself, what if I ate better? You get into year 2. Oh man, I really know what I'm doing now. It's still fun and exciting. Every day is different. You will start to change from I'm curious about the workouts and the movements and the nuancy, the physical aspect of it. And you'll start to actually move more into the head game of, I understand who I am better. I can dig deep here. Let's go. There is a new person in the gym. I hope they catch the bug like I have, the good bug, the CrossFit bug, not, sick bug. Let me go talk to them. I've got friends that I would like to motivate. How do I do that? You'll start wanting to spread the word even more. You may even, like Chris LoPiccolo and Skylar Smith, get the competition bug. I'd like to try to do some competitions. I am done with all those, but I'm happy to help you. We actually do some at the gym, so yay, but me, Andy, no. I'll do the open, and I'm really only doing it because I think it's fun to just compare those notes with other people. I think this year in the open, Louis wants to really crush the snot out of it. And in all things, he is he is literally fitter than me, stronger than me, faster than me, sexier than me, can grow a beard better than me. He eats like 6 eggs in the morning. I only eat 4, but he goes out too fast. So if I was to go ahead of him, he could see the pacing and then go, as long as I do that plus a tiny bit more, I will have enough of my engine later on at the end to really throw it down. So the answer is, yeah, I'll do that for him. Because, hey, we're happy, humble, helpful people. I want to help him out. That's his goal. I don't really have a goal to the open beyond I just like to do this with my friends. Okay, so that's year 2. You're starting to think more about the internal stuff, the emotional side of it. You're starting to get in your headspace and all that. You might even start listening to some podcasts. You might be listening to this podcast. You might find this podcast years later. I don't know. Or this episode. You might ask, Andy, what books would you read? What podcasts do you listen to? Coaches, what are you guys doing? Year 3. You might even start thinking to yourself here, I really like this, and I would like to help people a little bit more. I'm going to go look at getting my CrossFit Level 1 certification. I think that is awesome. It teaches you some knowledge. The CrossFit Level 2 certification or certificate or whatever they call it helps you understand how to coach. Maybe I should do a whole episode on the actual how to coach. So I did one on just a little bit ago on running a good class or working here at the gym. I guess I might have called it coaching or something, but it wasn't really coaching. It was like what a coach needs to be doing. But anyway, That year 3, you're going to find a whole slew of results. You're even going to be pushed into really trying to edit your food and your nutrition. You might even get to a place where you're like, hey, I need to eat smart because it's a tool. It doesn't have to, my tongue doesn't have to rule me. So you keep moving through this. Year 10 is going to look a lot like year 3. What am I at now? I've been doing CrossFit since 2007. That would give me, oh man, let me pause this and do some math. So that's 16 years right now. I guess next year I'll be starting into my 17th year of CrossFit. I actually was curious way back then. Me and the other owners, Eric, Wes, and Shane, were like, what will it look like on our bodies when we do CrossFit for like 15 years? And I am living proof. It is freaking awesome. My joints, not the one you smoke, but the ones in my body, they work great. I should do a whole podcast on this. I tore my meniscus in my knee because I was strong enough to rip my foot out of the bike clip. But instead of ripping my foot, I ripped my knee. So yay me. And I didn't get surgery. And it is pretty good right now. We just did a workout and Chris said, he goes, hey, I did this workout. I don't know, it was like 10 minutes. I said, oh yeah, I'm going to do the workout in 1 second less. And he's like, right. And it happened to be 30-inch box jumps. I didn't even know what the workout was beforehand. But I thought, I haven't really done that in a while. Let me give it a shot. Made it through the entire workout doing 30-inch box jumps. Yes, my knee does feel a little bit weird, and it's a couple days later, but I was able to do today's workout no problem. It has healed itself up. Can I attribute CrossFit to that? I mean, I would. It's the only thing I did. I tried the knees over toe guy thing, but his is more MCL, ACL, not meniscus. And so, yeah, it's anecdotal. It's me. It's my story. So I'm going to say yes. I don't think I can get in trouble for saying CrossFit healed me. So doing the movements consistently while listening to my body was a very smart play for me. Okay, 10 years into it, 15 years into it. What's going to happen to some of you guys is you're going to hit 50 or 60 and your peers are going to look like trash. And you're going to be wondering, why do you guys have such bad health? Why didn't you just do something? Now, if you were that person that quit after a year, in 10 years, you're going to be going, dang it, if I had just done something. That's right. Just show up. It doesn't take much. Show 3.3 times, right? So I guess that's 3 or 4 times a week because no one can come 0.3 times. I guess if you ask Jamie and Danny, sometimes I'm only there with half a brain. So maybe I do come in 0.5 sometimes. Anyway, you simply show up. You follow the CrossFit methodology. You listen to a coach. You listen to your body. You stretch and roll. Many of you guys do not stretch and roll. Please start stretching and rolling. Maybe I'll make it mandatory in January. I guess I can never make anything mandatory, but I can push it inside of the class. Fix your nutrition. It doesn't have to be crazy. Start with small steps. As Stu and Alan said in the last podcast, nutrition doesn't have to be hard. Find a couple of habits that you can move into your day and stack some things, right? And from there, it's a no-brainer. So I think Stu said meal prep has been a huge, or maybe Stu and Al, maybe both of them said it, the meal prep, just being conscientious about the days to come was better on their health than going, well, dang it, it's time to eat. I guess I'll go to Chick-fil-A because God made Chick-fil-A. I'd like to believe that, but I don't think he did. Anyway, guys, you are on an awesome journey. If you've been at the gym for a month, just look forward to 10 years, I promise you, is going to be awesome. If you've been here for a year, the journey is, the ride is still awesome. You're going to find out so many things about yourself. If you've been here for 2 or 3 years, you're starting to plateau. I did one more rep. So Father Time says I should be getting older, slower, fatter, weaker, all those things, all those negative words, right? But I just did the exact same workout I did in 2018 in the exact same spot. So it's not elevation, gravity, or whatever. I guess you could say maybe the months were off and it was cooler. I don't know. But I did one more rep. That is physical, experimental proof that I am legitimately fitter by one rep than I was in 2018. 5 years ago, I am fitter than I was 5 years ago. Tell me any other program out there that you can do and be like, well, damn, Andy, it's been there was a workout we did and it was in the open in 2012 that I redid and I got, I think 2 reps better. I think it was in the open this past, fall or not fall, winter, spring. I think I did 2 more reps, 2 more muscle ups is what I did. That's 10 years of fitness, or 11 in that case, and I'm fitter than that. You guys can have this. It's not out of the realm of possibility. You just have to show up. The hardest damn thing of all. Show up. Talk to me about what the problem is. I can't schedule it. I can't find the time. It's too early. It's too late. My spouse, my kids, my left leg, my boss, whatever. Talk to me. I've heard it all. I can help you find solutions. Literally right now, Danny is texting me saying, hey, I need more outlets in my home office. I want to run another outlet. And of course, me being an electrical engineer, which has nothing to do with being an electrician, but I know that stuff too. I said, hey, why don't you just put a extension or a power strip there? She's like, won't that blow the outlet? I'm like, well, no, it has to do with your amps, right? So what I'm trying to say is, given enough time at 50, I hear the same things or have done the same sort of thing that you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. I know where your health and fitness is going. I know that if you simply show up, hey, members, I will give this offer to you. I told it to other people who would join, but I'll give it to anybody who's here right now. If you come 4 days a week, work with Coach Laura, log your results, if you're not fitter a year from now, I will double your money back. There's no way I'm going to lose it. I could literally say I'll give you 10 times your money back because there's no way I'm going to lose that. If you actually show up, listen to the coach, listen to your body, work with Coach Laura for nutrition, you are going to be healthier and fitter at the end of that. If you want health and fitness, that's it. Just show up. Yes, it is tough, but I love people like Joe and Sharon Smith who show up religiously. That's not the best word to use here. Show up with dedication for 10 years or however long it's been. Actually, let me go look. I wonder how long it's been. Well, look at that. It's been 10 years and 6 months for both of them. That's awesome. I should probably have a 10-year award. Nah, I don't know. I like the WOD one better. But anyway, keep showing up, keep doing. Let me actually just run through some of the stats. You guys may not know this, and it's fascinating to see how many people have been here for how long and how many sessions or workouts have they done. So let me clear my throat and drink some coffee real quick. I'm going to read you off some names. And I'm going to tell you some stories. Okay, so Andy McCann, 2008. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. I've been here. I own the damn place, so of course I've been here for a long time. David Wallace, June 14th, 2013. So let me tell you a little quick story there. David Wallace and I, because of the classes, we never really bumped into each other for like 10 years. And then I started coaching more in the evening, and we're like, hey, we know each other. And hey, we both play D&D. Now, he and I have been playing D&D for like, I don't know, a year and a half or something together. And the dude is awesome. I really wish I would have invested sooner, and it's all my fault. But I have found a guy who's quickly becoming one of my best friends in the form of a guy who's been there the whole time, right? So David, way to go. Sharon and Joe. So I think Sharon actually started the day before Joe, but in Wodify it's the same. So they've got June 24th, 2013 and June 24th, 2013. Joe and Sharon their kids went to the same school that we went to. And I asked them, I was like, hey, how did you guys find us? I totally forgot. And she said, you gave out a 1-month membership to the garage. And we came in and we're like, this is awesome. And so from right there, I found people that we've known each other forever. I love those guys. Their kids are incredible. I mean, family worth knowing. If you don't know the Smiths, go talk to them. They are super humble and could be totally different, but they are some of the most awesome people you ever meet. Nick Lubbers, he's been off and on again, back and forth, up and down and left and right, but I've got him at June 4th, 2014. So he took some time off for a while and has come back. Nick has an incredible dedication to education. If you want to know anything, the guy knows something about everything, and it's not just like surface level. It's like 5 levels deep. You're like, man, how did you know that? I asked him one time. I was like, man, my family for whatever reason right now is struggling with anxiety. He turns to me, he says, hey, sign up for the Transcendental Meditation group. There's a guy down over here. It's about $1,000 for 1 week. You should do it first and then get your family to do it. It's going to be worth it. We did it. It's great. I'm like, damn, he has a whole entire plan against all of that. All right. So next one is Gabby. I got January 1st. Sorry, not January 1st. January 19th. 2015. Obviously, you guys, you should know the story. Gabby became a coach. She still coaches. She's coaching right now a lot in the 5 and 6 a.m. So the evening people that used to have her, she's down in the early sessions. But look at her story. Look at the numbers she produces. Next, we've got Rebecca Gerard, February 22nd, 2016. So, funny story here. So Rebecca, her kid, sorry, let me clear this out. Her kids also went to Cherokee Christian. That's where we originally met. And I can't remember exactly why she decided to come do CrossFit, but her question was, and this is awesome, is it going to affect my 5K time? I'm like, yes, it's going to make it go up. And she's still running today, those 5Ks with her family. And she's like, well, I wasn't last. I'm like, well, there you go, right? Nothing more fun than beating your teenage kids in a little bit of a road race. So she is also one of my favorites. We do a New Year's party with them. We've gone on several trips together. Her family is great. I would love to get Ken in here, but Ken, he hates me and CrossFit. Just kidding, Ken. I know you love me. Actually, here's a funny one. So this is how much that family and the connections we've made means to me and my kids. So Levi and I are discussing the merits of being cleanly and organized, and I'm having a hard time telling him what, like, the words aren't coming out of my mouth very well. And as many of you know who know me well, words and I are not the best thing. Talking is not too bad, but like writing for sure. But sometimes I just can't get it out of my head. Anyway, I decided to phone a friend. So we do this every once in a while when I know that my kids don't believe me. It's proximity biased. When you're too close to your kids or too close to the person that you're talking to, they're like, I don't want to believe you, but I'll believe somebody else. That's like when your kid comes back and said, hey, Coach so-and-so said I should eat more protein. You're like, damn it, I've been saying that for 5 years. Whatever. So I said, buddy, think of somebody who has a successful business that we love their character and enjoy being around, that really fills all of the markers that we hold up to be a really good person and a high producing person. And so I said, just think of a person and we'll call him. The reason I do that is I don't want him to think that I've planned it. And I'm like, Timmy, I am going to call you and make sure you say the right answer. So he turns to me and he's looking at me and he's thinking and he goes, Ken Gerard. That's Rebecca's husband. I'm like, well, damn, that is actually a really good one. It wasn't on my mind at the moment, but let's do it. So I call Ken and he like unloads this awesome advice and says the words that I couldn't get out of my mouth. Doing it now will build that habit of success for yourself in the future that is going to propel you, and it'll be an underlying characteristic, a foundation of who you are. I'm like, oh man, that's beautiful. Thank you, sir. Laura Wolf, you know her story. July 11th, 2016. She not only became a coach, but she also became our nutrition coach. She has made her nutrition journey. Go back and listen to her podcast. I think she said something like, and this is her words. So she said, when I joined CrossFit, I was like 230 pounds. I was round. I'm like, well, damn, I don't remember that. She has journeyed smartly over time, over these, what would I just say, it was 2016. So it's been 3 years off of that. So like 7 years. Man, is that 7 years? Damn, 7, 8 years that she has been here with us, moving slowly over time, despite the roughness of life, being a single parent, all that stuff, getting a kick-ass job. She still finds time to not only coach you guys, but for her own fitness. I love it. Matt, all right, this is getting long, so I'm going to run through a couple of these. Matt Janda, if you've seen, let me say this first. Matt Janda, July 22nd, 2016. If you've seen him work out on the bike, you are going to be so dang humbled. The guy is humble just in general, but when he decides to throw it down, the weight he can lift and the power he can create is massive. Jamie Armenta, January 23rd, 2017. Obviously, we know the story here. Not only a coach, but general manager for the gym, producing health and fitness in herself and training kids. I'm going to just chunk through this first page of names. So Erin Flanagan, March 6, 2017. Evie McCann, my daughter, April 30th, 2017. Nick Armenta, May 8th, 2017. Louis Judge, July 28th, 2017. Sanjoy, I don't know if I've ever said your last name, buddy. Sengupta, February 7th, 2018. Pam York, who was already CrossFitting beforehand, before she found us. March 20th, 2018. Danny Walsh, who obviously became a coach as well. She coaches in the morning. March 30th, 2018. Moski Surdith, I might have killed that. I think I said it right. I don't know. Moski, you can hit me later. May 8th, 2018. Jeff Binky, July 17th, 2018. Paul Hamiral? I don't know how to say her last name, Paul. Sorry, I'll practice that. November 7th, 2018. So on this first page of 20 people, they go back in time to 2018, and they're still here, and they're still producing. And if you look at some of these people randomly, you look at like Pam, you're like, wow, I saw her doing pull-ups, so she's kicking its ass. Yes, because she puts in the time. Let me actually click on there and see how many logins Pam has. She's pretty dedicated to consistency as well. 710, so she'll be hitting her 1,000 shirts soon. So anyway, guys, it's not hard. It's just not easy. Show up 3 to 4 times, 3.329 times a week, and I promise you your health and fitness is going to move in that positive direction. You're going to be able to do things like I'm doing right now, 17 years into CrossFit. Hey, Dad, let's go skiing. Sure, let's do it. No problem. Hey, let's go hike Blood Mountain. Sure, no problem. Let's go do it. Hey, let's go run a 24-hour adventure race. Great, let's go do it. Hey, let's move these boulders that got dropped off by the landscaper but in the wrong place. Let's pick them up and put them somewhere else. Yeah, all right, hold my beer. I mean, that one hurt a little bit because there was a lot of deadlifting, but an awkward weight. But you can do these things. It's a simple, or even, I mean, this is an easy one. Hey, would you like my chair at this soccer game since you didn't bring one? And I see that you're like shaking and whatever. Do you want to sit down? Great. Why don't you have my seat? I'll stand for the next hour and a half. No problem. Guys, the only person that can affect your health and fitness is you. The only thing that affects it, the best thing that's sustainable that affects it is your dedication to attendance and doing something over your lifetime. If you want to be healthy and fit when you're 76, which is the halfway mark, half the people you know will be dead when you're 76, or 76-year-olds, right? Your counterparts. If you want to live past that in a good life, you have to start now, and it's not crazy hard. You literally show up with people that you like. If you are a happy, humble, helpful person that wants to be healthy and fit now, as well as in your 90s, and you're looking for coaching, mentoring, and accountability, then we are the type of people that you want to be around. If you're an a-hole, we're not for you. If you want to go to the CrossFit Games or professional whatever, we're not for you. If you're the average dad or mom or worker or whatever, we are for you. We are the glasses half full type of place. We're here for smiles and fun. The first thing that I tell all my guys when they run a class, it's fun, fitness, and for coaching. That's the 3 Fs. Fun comes first. You got to have a smile on your face. We're here to help lift you up, not only in your emotions, but in your mindset, but your body as well. Guys, go to our website, CrossFitGarage.com. If you're not a member right now and you want to be a member, fill out the form, set up a no sweat intro with Coach Jamie. We will hound you until you get in here because we want you to be healthy and fit. Members, if you've got friends or family that you want to have in here, we do have Bring a Friend Week coming up. It's in January something, 16th or whatever. You can actually, the email that this came linked with, you can go back and look. But I will also give to you, my gift of time to you is if you've got somebody and you want to show them some of what we do, let's set up a class with just you, them, and me, and I will run you through a session, right? We'll pick a workout, it'll be smart, and we'll have fun, and then we can talk about it afterwards. They do not have to join. They don't even have to live in the state. I'm just happy to help you convince your people that they should dedicate something to their health and fitness. All right, guys, love you. Take care. I sort of love you. I don't really know you. I guess I kind of love you. I don't know. If you show up to the gym, I'll totally love you. Y'all be good, and we will see you in 2024.